Good morning, students. Today I will teach you the next poem, that is the Ball poem written by John Berryman. So, let me tell you what is the central idea of the poem. The Ball poem describes the grief of a boy over the loss of his ball. With the loss of his ball, he senses his first responsibility, where those whom you love and your worldly position will not be with you forever. Here, the poem shows how all through your life you will be forced to do the things that you don't want to do, and you will lose or have to give up the things that you love. But despite this, you have to learn to stand up, to be strong, and get on with your life, no matter how much it hurts inside, because that is the only way you will survive. So let's start the poem with the very first para. What is the boy now who lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. Merrily means happily. Oh, there are other balls means the loss is not important enough to worry about. So here in this poem is about a little boy, and for the very first time in his young life he is learning to experience grief at the loss of much loved possession, and that is his ball. Here his ball is representing his sweet memories of his childhood. The boy loses his ball and watches bouncing it down the street, and at last it went into the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. So the poet had been with him for a long, that poet is telling the ball had been with him for a very long time, and it was linked to the memories of his childhood that he used to play with it. So there is no use to say him that the loss is not important enough to worry about, because the memories has been attached with that ball. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands still, rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. Ultimate means final, shaking grief means sadness, rigid means still, trembling means shivering. Harbor means place where it's a type of a place where your ship or cargo gets unloaded. Intrude on him means enter a situation where one is not welcome. Dime means 10 cents. So when the young boy loses his ball, it bounces away, lands in the harbor. And the boy is very much troubled at the loss of his ball and plunges into grief. So what he is doing, he is standing stiff, trembling while staring at his ball. And he is recalling all his memories, looking down into the harbor where his ball has went. So what happened? The poet says that he does not want to intervene the boy's thought, as through the experience the boy will learn the meaning of loss on his own. Further, the poet does not want offer him money to buy another ball, because that would be worthless. Now he senses his responsibility in a world of possession. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. Possession means something that is owned. External means superficial. So with the loss of his ball, the boy is very much upset, and with that loss he senses his first responsibility. That means he come to know that what a loss actually means. The boy is learning what it means to lose something in the world of possession, where he will lose things and will buy some more to replace the ones lost, but will not be able to buy back the same, right? And once you lose in this world, it's the poet is comparing the ball with the innocence of a boy. So what poet is trying to say, he's saying in this world, if once you lose your innocence, it can never get you can never get it back. Balls will be lost always, and no one buys a ball back. So the poet is telling that money is external, as it cannot buy memories, nor can it replace the things that we love, the things that really matter to us. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of laws, how to stand up, knowing the ivory man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Alright, what is the hard word meaning? Desperate means hopeless. Epistemology means understanding nature of laws. So the poet suggests that from the loss of the ball, the boy is learning how to stand up in a world of possession. Even the boy is learning what it means to lose something. The poet says that knowing that every man has to stand up after such losses, the boy too will learn how to stand up and leave the losses behind, as he would have understood the true meaning and the nature of loss. So this was your The Ball poem, and this poem is written in a free verse. So there is no rhyme scheme. So what are the poetic device used in this poem is, first is your symbolism, where the ball symbolize the boy's young and innocent days. Second is your repetition, as you can see, what has been repeated twice. Balls has been repeated twice. Alliteration, where word sound is prominent. Balls, b sound is prominent. Buys a ball back, b sound is again prominent. So these are your poetic device used in this poem. Thank you.